is a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Jump in finds the mark. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Opts for the throw. All right. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. They trade. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. They were anticipating that super art. Drive gauge finally recovers. Caught in the crossup. Knocked down. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their ends with the projectile. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. That drive impact is blocked. Jumps, picks the air throw. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 has a slight life gain. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Sonic Boom. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Checks him with the boom from upstairs. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump ins at the low. Hits the drive. He's experiencing burnout. Flicks out the blade to creep up. Knocked him out of the air. What are they gonna do? Somehow manages to block the jump in. Player 1 needs to hold flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. The last round. It's now or never. Sonic Boom. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. Nothing stops this train. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Gets drilled with an overdrive Shoryuken. Raw super hard incoming. Jump, clutch, anti-air. Solid anti-air. Things are looking very bleak, but can they find something? What now? Crowns them from above. What a finish! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Checks them with the projectile. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? The impact gets blocked. Jump in finds the mark. Neither of them willing to back off. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Where is their opening? They couldn't shake the projectile. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Shoots off a fireball up close. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Oh, burnout triggered! How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Jumps in. Grabs and throws them away. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Knockdown and in there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Opens with a jump in. Uses their drive gauge. Checks him with the boom. Player 1 had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive management. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. Carries, burn out, but they may have a plan here. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Here comes this can lead to some big damage.
No escape. Shit.
Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Where you bring that MD and whooping ass to work.
What's wrong? Get up.
It burns out. Player 2 is mounting a comeback. What else is up their sleeve? They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Perfect! Crowns them from above. What? Oh my God, they just choked it up. This is a critical moment. Boom! What a statement! Grabs them! Ugh, take a seat! Down to the final hit. Who's gonna take it? It is over! Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Comes a new challenger.
Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time.
Let's get this round 1.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Trips them up. Starts with a jump in. What's the play here? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on. Will this super art connect? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Pressuring the situation with the charge in. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Gets the knockdown, and now in a dire situation. They can't afford any mistakes. The pressure is so intense here. Medium kick hits. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. The kick hits! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now. Nice read! Denies them with a somersault kick. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Player 1, burnout activates. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Checks him with the boom. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. The low heavy's blocked. Shows them. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump. Fatal leg twister. Knockdown and player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Jump! This is gonna hurt! Oh, burnout triggered! Barely blocks the jump in. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Perfect input on the Sonic Boom. Okay, here we go. And whiffs! They're wide open! Even the slightest hit may end the round. They can't afford any mistakes. Player one can't use any drive moves. Gotta place the projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round.
Final round.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Who will come out on top in this final round?
Kick.
Blocks the low kick. Back knuckle. A jump. So this is gonna hurt. Kicks the pumps the brakes on the impact. Chases them down. Oh man, this is a scary range. Sets up with the jump in. Harry connects. Connects with the throw. Both sides getting ready. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Knuckle wakes them up. Oh, yo, raw super here. Medium kick into. Crowns them from above. Impact squashed. Oh, a burnout. Did they mean to do that? Are you kidding me? That was a fight turned round the world. Yo, top that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Jump. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player one has the life lead. Fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. With a super art connect, that's not gonna hit. Long low attack hits. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. They break things off to take a quick breather. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Where's their opening? Up tap to close it. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Throws out a projectile. Player two kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. What's going to be the play here with this kind of meter gap? Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. They're trading attacks. What'll happen here? They were expecting that drive impact. Sonic Boom brushes that off and keeps going. Overdrive cannon spike. Knockdown and still scrapping for control of the space. Checks him with the boom. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Let's loose a boom. So, what's next? Sobot to pick. Will this super art do anything? Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Wrecks them. The next pumps the brakes on the impact. What a finish. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Checks him with the boom. Off of me. Good job escaping that chain. Brushes that off and keeps going. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Can they break through with a solid puncher? Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Player one, oh, gets the air throw. Anti-air in the clutch. Let's loose a boom. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Looking for a hole. What now? They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Boom! Player two can't win this without pulling the trigger. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Turns out. What's next? And whiffs. They're wide open. Dangerous range here. Let's loose a boom. Are you kidding me? I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Spin knuckle. Checks him with the projectile. Player one has the life lead. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Good parry there and uses a drive parry against the attack. Uses the parry. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. The jump-in is denied. Projectile to try and change the situation. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Slight miscalculation on the air throw spacing. Takes a trip. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Great work finding the opening. Life lead opens up. Taking stock. Rolls out the Sobai. KO! Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Right off the bat, there's no hesitation. They start the offensive by charging forward. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? That drive impact is blocked. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Player one uses the gauge for a super art. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player just goes for it at this range. Shows a medium kick. Not much life difference. Gets the throw out of the hooligan. Smart aggressive play there. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Watching each other carefully. Who'll make the first move? Jumps, reads the jump in perfectly. Player two is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Oh my god, they just jumped it up. Looking for a chance. Sonic boom. They return to center stage. Okay, here we go. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? There's a drive impact. Amazing! Throws them. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? They're running out of time. Both tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Player two can't use any drive through. Gotta play it safe. They're taking a step back and flatline them. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sonic boom. Player two managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. So, what's next? They both have full drive gauges to work with. Jump goes to the air. Oh, they switch sides. Clutch, anti-air. Fights back with authority. What are they gonna do? Let's loose a boom. A jump in? Close range projectile. Jump! Oh, gets the air throw? Perfect execution with the anti-air. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Boom! Closes it out! Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Online. Race match. Comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let's get this mission started.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Starts off zoning with fireball. Jump in, finds the mark. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? All right. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Solid combo. They were looking up. Well-timed corner switch. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning out. Going in, KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Nice counter. They both showed their hands a little bit, but they're experiencing burnout. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player 1 needs to hit them with a stop and bop. Player 2 has the meter lead. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Medium, burnout triggered. Grabs and throws them away. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. Just goes for it at this range. All in with a rush. What's next? Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Fights back with authority. Burnout. Do they mean to do that? That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Are they the projectile hits? Fantastic positioning on show during that round. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a fireball. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Player 2 had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive management. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. Rolls out the soul and eats it. Snipe! Drops him hard. Anti-air in the punch. Throws him. Oh man, this is a scary range. Ooh, what a smart blow. What now? Yoshinrai? Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Excellent block. Corrects them. Amazing. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. This is gonna hurt. Connects with the throw. Oh, they switch sides. Drive it back misses. The next touch may decide this round. Oh, it Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Looks to add more pressure by parrying the projectile. Shows a medium kick. Who will gain control of the match in the early going. Decides to go in with the target combo. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Trips them up. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Throws them to negate the block. All right, what's coming up next? Goes in on the impact for nothing. Checks him with a projectile. Drive gauge finally recovers. Shoryuken? They gotta take advantage of this drive differential. You've gotta be mindful of those solid punches. Expect to see some added pressure here. Are they thinking about how to steal the experiencing KO? Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Who's going to start things off? Checks him with the boom. Shoryuken? Throws him. What's next? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Uses the target combo as a filler. Doesn't miss a beat. Big throw. Player 2 needs to use the threat of uses the gauge for a super art. Shippujinrai hit. Good damage option there. Player 2 is dominating this match. Experiencing burnout. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Are we gonna see it come in there? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent gotta do better than that. A super art? Sonic Hurricane. Great coverage. Solid choice. This unleashes some big damage. Pokes with a kick. That overhead attack. Nothing stops this train. Looking to follow up after that target. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Cashes out on a Shippujinrai. Okay, he forward throw. Laying the pressure on things. Player 2 can't let this. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? What now? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? There's raw super art incoming. Shoryu! Ugh, 10 ransom! Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Are you kidding me? Player 2 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Versus online. challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let's go. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with a projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Down to the wire. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. I'd like to see them use this drive disparity to shift the tide with this super art connect. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. They need to rely on their instincts. Oh, burnout triggered! Neither fighter can use their drive move. Howden finishes it with the anti-air. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? This round is so important. Nice read with the cannon spike. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? They're experiencing burnout. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Zones with the fire. Jumps up. Connects with medium kick. The drive impact doesn't work. Somersault kick. Goes solid puncher. Expect to see some added pressure here. Player 2 is in a burnout activates. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. So about to pin him down. Experiencing burnout. Drops him from the air. Drops him hard. How did they anticipate that jump in? Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Parries the attack. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? The jump in catches them. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard. In a dire situation, they can't with a super art connect. Blocks it just in time. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Checks with a medium kick. Oh, burnout trick KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Player 2 has the meter, hits him with a stop and pop. Medium kick hits. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Nice read with a cannon spike. A super art. Spin knuckle. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Sonic boom. Going in. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. Oh, could be the start of something. Looking for a chance. Clutch, anti-air. Hits the air throw. Oh, here we go. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta leave. Taps them on the go. Dashes. Low heavy. Leg kick. There's a burnout. What now? Yo! Rock, super hit! Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Dangerous range here. Oh, both of our fighters are down and out for the double KO. Player one comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Arcade. Practice. First online. A new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Let's get this mission started. Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, burnout on both sides? Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. I can't keep track of these corner switches. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Misses the drive impact. Player two has completely used all of their drive. KO! Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Closes the gap. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Whew, that last round went right down to the wire. We don't know if he's going to win, but with both fighters evenly matched, any small mistake is going to end up being costly. Player two is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Jumps? Barely blocks the jump in. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Impact squash. Their spacing is so on point. Oh my god, they just choked it up. They gotta dig. This is gonna flatline them. That was catch as catch can, as you're gonna get in a fight. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Denies the attack and a drive rush to try and keep up the attack. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Can't tech the throw? Takes a trip, gets him. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Bops him with a target combo. Both triggers the super and is looking to put this out of reach. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of hits him with a stop and bomb. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. He picks the air throw. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Experiencing burnout. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. They exchange blows. Rolls out the Sobot. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. One low heavy. What were they thinking? Yeah, blast kick on point there. Oh my god, scoops him up airborne. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Start, crowns him from above. Sets up with the jump in. Quick step forward. The drive impact doesn't work. A quick breather. Impact squat. Drive parry. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Player 2 is on the brink of disaster. Target combo into. Are they going to be able to come back? Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Player 2 stacking things in their favor with solid punches. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Up and over. Awesome! Player 2 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. This can lead to some big damage. Medium kick hits. Smart play with the throw. Combo with the target combo. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Oh! Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for an overhead. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The jump in brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Will that super be the turning point? Life lead opens up. Knockdown and player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Picks the air throw. Who's going to start things off? Jumps in. Rolls out the Sobot. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Throw connects and does big damage. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 1 can't use... burnout activates. A quick breather. Easily escapes that throw. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Experience KO. Player 2 may have a well of untapped potential. How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Here's to a fair fight. Hope you're ready. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? All right. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Gets him. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Both fighters want to establish themselves. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff.
Final round. Fight.
Opts to create space to start.
Throwing some shade. Clutch, anti-air. Hits the drive.
Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super arts.
The overhead denied. Very nice reload.
They are not
Getting it all on the drive rush.
Player 2 is dangerously close to running out of speed. The overhead coming. Player 2 can't use drive anymore.
All in with the rush.
Great job in escaping.
Gets it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Ugh, stop it. What are they gonna do? Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Even the... What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Round one. Fight.
The overhead denied. Springs forward with the drive rush. Takes the opponent drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 chases them down. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective gameplay. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Nice read! Denies them with a somersault kick.
Throwing some shade.
Blocks them. Oh, burnout triggered! Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Three glove. Player 1 will look to apply. They're going for the super art. A quick breather. Manages to block the jump-in attack.
Just goes for it at this range.
Path to a win. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Life lead is there, but still somersault kick stops them cold. Impact squat. Oh, pumps the brakes on the impact. Medium kick. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here?
All in with the rush.
They were right to be on guard there.
Links it.
3-volt ices them. Player uses the gauge for a super art. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Super! That was perfect tech. Player 2 needs to take advantage. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Player 1 is in a knew the throw was coming.
Hits the drive.
Tons of space between the fighters now. One of them drops them from the air.
Links it.
Stone cold embrace. What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
comes a new challenger.
We are about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. The move whips, and they get nailed with a punish counter. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Knockdown. They were looking up. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Takes a trip. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with Fireball. Blows him. What's next? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Experiencing burnout. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. Rolling. Everything goes for the super art? Who's going to start things off? The air throw's smart, but out of reach. Rolls out the Sobat. Breaks the block with a throw. Drive rush to keep it going. Knockdown, and player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Wraps it up with a decisive combo.